You're way too beautiful, girl. That's why it will never work. She'll have you suicidal, suicidal when she say it's over. Hello, I'm Sarah from Sarah Melo Tarot Academy. So why did I sing that song just now? Today, we will be talking about women and their zodiac. So last month I spoke about men and their zodiac, the good, the bad, the ugly. But this round, I will be speaking about women and the woman of that zodiac. We will talk about what's beautiful about her and also what's her crazy. So without further ado, let's start with the first sign on the zodiac circle, the Aries woman. The thing about Aries women is I really love working with them. Overall, I love working with both Aries men and Aries women. But you know, they say like all women bosses are crazy, right? Okay, probably that's somewhat true because women in general, they can be a bit nurturing, so they can be, sometimes when it's over nurturing, it can be annoying. But I work very well with like women bosses. And I work very well not with women bosses, with women Aries bosses. So a woman Aries, she's usually very passion driven and also very good in their careers. And however, the crazy side of her is that she can sometimes have zero patience. She gets bored easily, can be argumentative, and also likes jumping into relationship and into relationship quite often. So I have a lot of very close Aries girlfriends. So what I like about them is that they're very straightforward. But sometimes they can be a bit impulsive. They always jump into relationships, even though those are relationships that are not very suitable for them. So one of my Aries idol is Lady Gaga. I love her. So she's very passionate in things that she do. I mean, you can see from her music and her movies and all that. But she always get into like relationships, and it's so fiery. I mean, it's passionate in a good way and passionate in a bad way. So that is an Aries woman. Let's move on. Next is Taurus woman. So for Taurus woman, they are someone who is quite stable, very stable in personality, emotionally stable. They are also very strong, even though they are not like strong in terms of their first impression, their look, but they're very emotionally strong. So when they go through things, right, you know, you won't see them like go crazy, like, oh no, my life is over, like things like that. They're very emotionally strong, and they usually dress very well. They're most of the time also they are very great cook. They are good cooks. Apart from Cancer, Taurus is another sign which makes a very good traditional wife or traditional housewife material. So my mom is a Taurus. She's an amazing cook. She's also very good in like very housewifey kind of stuff like sewing, arts and craft, which I suck. And she's very tidy. So that is the beautiful side of like a Taurus woman. However, a crazy side and the bad side of a Taurus woman is they can be stubborn as. Okay, so and they can also be a bit controlling. It's most of the time it's either their way or the freaking highway. I used to have like a Taurus. I used to work under a Taurus woman, my ex-lecturer, and she's really controlling. So that's the bad side of a Taurus woman. Next up, it is Gemini woman. So Gemini woman, the beautiful side about her is that she's very bright, she's very chatty and communicative, and she's also usually very happy-go-lucky. So for Gemini girls, right, I love partying with women who are Gemini. They're always like, yay, you know, the life of the party, very chatty, very nice to everyone, always like to make friends with everyone. But the crazy side of a Gemini is that she changes her mind all the time. One moment she can love you, the next moment, right, you know, she doesn't. So the thing is, right, they can be a bit flighty and they change their mind like so often that makes them come off and seem quite unstable. Next, Cancer woman. The beautiful side of a Cancer woman is that she's very nurturing, she's very motherly, and love looking after the people around them, her close friends, family, people she cares and love about. She's very loving and very motherly. But the crazy side about a Cancer woman, and I find this in a lot of my Cancer, not just friends, but also clients, is that they can be quite sensitive and also quite controlling because it's a sign of a crab. So they need everything under control. When they, you know, it's not under their control, they go crazy. And So yeah, and they're also quite straightforward and blunt. So when you hurt her feelings, right, she'll be very straightforward to you. And the worst sign to have as a mother-in-law is a Cancer, because as for a Cancer woman, right, you're never good enough, right, for their children, especially their sons. You know, you're never good enough. For Leo woman, the beautiful side of her, I know a lot of beauty queens who are Leos. So the beautiful side of a Leo woman is that they take care of their looks very, very well. It's usually very, very glamorous, very, very regal, and very, very charismatic. So when they stand on stage, right, they look really, really good. So that's why I know a lot of like beauty pageant queens and also Miss Malaysias who are Leos. They usually like, look that part, like the part of a queen, because they're like the queen of the jungle, right? But the crazy side of a Leo woman, right, is their temper. Oh, Jesus, their temper is so bad. And they, apart from their temper, they get very, very affected when the spotlight is not on them. So I've seen, this was way back, I've seen like a Leo woman get angry when somebody actually like praised me instead of her. So she got very angry because of that. Okay, next up, Virgo woman. I always mention this over and over again. A Virgo woman, my best friend is a Virgo woman. So Virgo women, right, they're usually very, very intelligent, they're very logical, very, very practical, and also give very, very good advice. However, the crazy side of them, right, they are perfectionists to the T. So they can drive a partner insane, as she will actually lose her shit pretty quick because of like a messy environment, or if things don't go according to her plans. So that can drive someone crazy, because ideally, right, in life, right, almost everything don't go according to plan. You always have to pivot, you always have to like change, you always have to be flexible. But sometimes, right, they are like, hey, why come it didn't go exactly as I planned? I already planned everything to the detail to the T. So that is the bad side and the annoying side about Virgo woman. Libra woman, right, the beautiful side about her is that most Libra women that I know, right, in fact, all Libra women I know, right, they dress very well and they're usually very, very pretty, because they are the sign of beauty. They are ruled by Venus, just like Taurus woman. That's why Taurus women also usually dress very well. They're a sign of beauty. So they like everything to be balanced and beautiful. So Libra women are usually very attractive physically, and they are also very, very intelligent and also communicative. But her crazy side is that she can be a bit needy at times. She can rely on her partner a bit too much and always willing to be a doormat and also let their partner step over them. So that's the problem about Libra woman. I have a Libra woman client in the US who's in her 50s, and she let a man string her along for 18 years. 18 damn years, man. It's like, don't be a doormat. Like, Libra, you ladies are so damn intelligent, but it frustrates me when you let men like string you along. Scorpio woman, my other best friend who is based in Sydney is a Scorpio. So the beautiful side about them, right, is that they actually have a soft heart, and they love so much and very, very intensely, and are very loving towards those that she loves. So my best friend is very, very loving. My best friend in Sydney, she's very, very loving. She's always like, I love you, I care about you, how are you? She's a very loving person. But the crazy side about Scorpio woman is they must control everything around them. That includes relationship. They also can be quite vengeful, so they will remember all your shit, right, from like 20, 30 years ago. They'll never forget. They're just waiting to strike with their scorpion tail. Next up, Sagittarius woman. The beautiful side about them is that they're very, very accepting and very, very loving of people and also animals. So Sagittarius is the sign that really love animals, they will even love people for who they are, and also very, very positive and very, very passion driven. But the crazy side about Sagittarius is also quite similar with Gemini, because they are both mutable signs, so means always change their mind. So they can sometimes come across as very, very unstable, and also got no solid plans, and also emotional stability, because they're always like all over the place. Capricorn woman. The beautiful side of a Capricorn woman is that they are quite business-minded. They are very, very stable, emotional, practical, and also loyal to those who are loyal to them. The crazy side about Capricorn women is they can sometimes have self-esteem issues, thinking that they are not good enough, and they can be a bit of a workaholic also. Sometimes Capricorn women, right, even though they are so good in their career, right, they can actually date down, meaning they will date guys who are really not up to standard, because they always feel that they are probably not good enough to get a better guy. Aquarius woman, I'm Aquarius woman. So the beautiful side of Aquarius woman, right, it's like they are very, very, they are attractive, not because of their looks. They're usually attractive because of their personality, because Aquarius women have very, very quirky personality. If you follow me on my Facebook, IG stories, right, I really don't give a shit. So the Aquarius women have this like devil may care, or like what do you call it, je ne sais quoi about them. So it's about their personality. They're very quirky, but they really don't give a shit. It's like, I don't care, I'm going to be a tarot reader, even though you think it's weird. So I like back in high school, I was in the pure science stream, so I was in the science field, and I always tell my teachers I'm going to be a performer. And so it's actually more arts. I've always been more artsy, even though I was studying sciences in high school. So yeah, so Aquarius women are very quirky and they really don't give a shit. It's like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. So yeah, so that is the beautiful side of them. But the crazy side of them, which most of my ex-boyfriends have complained, they tell me I'm a 10/10, obviously. But the bad side about like Aquarius woman, right, is sometimes they like to run away and disappear, as she loves her freedom and also her independence, and she needs a partner who is as adventurous as she is, because she hates getting bored. So it's true, because I have a very exciting personality, so I cannot stand people who are boring. So there's a difference between boring and stable. I like guys who are stable, like financially, in career, emotionally stable, but you know, they can also be exciting. So I like guys who are like that. And Aquarius women sometimes, right, apart from loving their freedom and independence, right, when we are very emo that time, right, we just have to hide in our cave, right, and emo. So just leave us alone. So that's why like Aquarius women always like to run away. So sorry. Last but not least, Pisces women. So Pisces women, right, and Pisces people in general, the beautiful side about them is they are very, very nice people. They're very nice and loving to everyone, and they're extremely artistic, creative, spiritual and loving. However, the bad side about them, right, is sometimes, right, they like to play victim. Sometimes they don't like admit their mistakes, you know, it's always not their fault, you know, they like to play the victim. And they somehow always like living in a dream world, they don't self-reflect. So that's the bad and the ugly side. And the crazy side about like a Pisces woman. So let me know what you think. Are you dating any of this woman, or secretly in love with one of this woman, or have a crush on this woman, or married to any of this woman? Do comment down below. Remember to like this video and also subscribe to my page.